So when we're talking about the differences in the different planner versions that have been released over the last couple of months, some of the differences between the core version and the premium version, which is causing a lot of confusion out there. Every day we get people asking this question, what are really differences? There's a base version of Microsoft Planner, there's a premium version of Planner. What does each one do? When do I think about using each one? What does it cost me to use these different technologies? So we're going to go through a quick summary of these differences right now. We'll do other videos on the specifics where we'll do overviews and demos. So first we have what we call the core planner service. The core planner service is the traditional version of Planner. It's a collaborative work management solution Microsoft released about 7 years ago, really designed for business users, and it helps them do a couple things. The first thing it does, it helps them track and manage their tasks and put them in a plan. A plan is just a series of tasks. It allows those users to share the details of these tasks and the plan with other people in the organization so they can collaborate and show what's going on and share those tasks. It also allows collaborators to update the status of those tasks. So if I assign people to certain tasks, those users would come in, they say, okay, I'm in progress on this task. Here are some notes. I'm going to attach some notes and documents, really keep it up to date so the person who owns the overall plan knows the status. It gives you the ability to see all your plans in one place. It used to be called the Planner app. Now it's called the Planner Hub, where you can go and see all these plans together. Key here is anyone with an Office 365 standard license, what's called an E3 or an E5 enterprise license, can use this tool. There's no specific licensing. You don't need to go out and buy licenses for the Core Planner service. A lot of people call it the free version of Planner. Recently, Microsoft updated the core version of Planner with some changes. The first thing they did is they changed the user interface and they brought it together first in Microsoft Teams and now in the Planner web app, so it looks and feels the same. The logo was changed from a green Planner app to kind of a purple and blue set of check marks. That's how you know you have the new one. That was released last April in the government cloud, and then the November before that in 2023, 24 into commercial cloud. So it depends on which cloud you're in. It lets you see, and the reason this new app was updated to bring functionality together from To-Do, from Planner, and parts of Project, so you can see all your tasks together in one area. So you can go to a My Task area and see all of your tasks in either a list, and now recently released a Kanban board. It moved again from that green to that purple logo, so that's how you know you got the new stuff, and it consolidated some functionality that was once in the Microsoft To-Do app with Planner. So Planner has now become really the task and work management hub for Microsoft and Office 365. The premium service confuses a lot of people. The premium service is a project management solution, not a work management solution, really designed for people that need to do a couple things. They want to plan, track, and report on projects, tasks, and work. So think of it as structured work versus the core planner, which is really unstructured tasks or activities that I just want to organize. Planner's premium functionality lets you create a plan or a schedule, a traditional work breakdown structure, in a very visual, simple, intuitive format. You can then create dependencies between tasks in that schedule. You can assign start and finish dates to tasks. You can actually start to progress those tasks on things like a percent complete or how many hours did I spend. So think of it more like a project planning tool versus a task planning tool. It lets you assign people to tasks, and then people can come in and update their progress on those tasks. It also lets you attach documents and conversations to tasks as well, and link that into potentially SharePoint on the back end, where you're going to store those documents. Conversations are going to happen in Microsoft Teams. So it's leveraging some of the functionality that's in Office 365 today. And importantly, if you own the plan, you can adjust the schedule and see the impact. So if I make a change to a task and that task is linked to other tasks, I'm going to see the change of moving a date out a week, then maybe those other tasks are going to be pushed out a week as well. It has that dynamic scheduling engine that Microsoft Project has had, but at a much simpler, easier level. Importantly, within the premium planner service, team members can go in and view a plan. They can see the whole thing, but they can really just update their tasks. So if I assign a person to 3 tasks, he or she can go in and just update progress on their tasks. That also shows up in the My Tasks area, the Planner app. Importantly, this data sits in a database in the back end. You can report off all this information. So if you want to report off progress and status and tasks and people and milestones, you can do that leveraging Power BI, Microsoft's BI reporting tool in Office 365. Importantly, from a licensing perspective, what's it going to cost me? Anyone that owns or updates a plan, either a project manager or a business person that owns that project, they need a Planner Plan 1 or a Planner Plan 3 license. So those are licenses you would potentially have to buy. But anybody who's a standard Office 365 user can go in and view the plan once they're given permission and access to it by adding them to the group for the plan. And then they can go and they can update their tasks as mentioned. So it really kind of narrows down the functionality, more project planning. Some recent updates to the premium flavor of Planner. It has a unified user interface with the rest of Planner. So you can see the data in Teams, you can see it in the Planner web app. You have options where you want to interact with the data. It's the same data and it's now the same user interface, which makes it a lot easier. It's also integrated with Copilot. So if your organization is going down the road of using some of the AI components that are available in Office 365, you can leverage those in the Planner web app as well. That's one thing that does require a higher level license. That would require a Plan 3 for any of your plan owners. It also Microsoft's been adding what we call advanced scheduling capabilities, things a traditional project manager might use in a planning tool, things like baselines, see where you are versus where you started from, a task history, so you have a full audit on all the activity changes in a task, dependency types. So if you wanted to do more of a finish to finish or start to finish versus traditional just finish to start, you have options there. It also lets you do what we call lag and lead. So for project managers, they're going to feel very comfortable with this if they've used Microsoft Project, but it's, again, a slimmed down version of that. It also lets you start doing more detailed resource assignments. So if you want to assign people to certain hours on a task over a period of time, you can do that in the premium flavor. You can also expand the functionality out for a more complete solution, a more enterprise project or portfolio management solution with something called the Power App, which sits behind this, which is where you can actually add to this. You can start adding functionality to add project requests or group your projects into programs or track things like issues and risks on your projects and maybe capture status snapshots or change control or decisions. Anything you think you might want to do more of at a group or collaborative level beyond just the schedule or the plan that's in Planner, you can do that with the Power App. Power App is also built on the Power Platform. It lets you develop your own workflows and do process automation and take things that are risks and escalate them or have change control approvals. So if you think about kind of things across the project management lifecycle you might want to do, you can do that in the Planner app, Power App as well. You can also integrate dashboards in. So you can have dashboard reports on all of these things, on programs and issues and status and health and risk using Microsoft Power BI again. And nicely, you can expand this solution out. There are a lot of pre-configured solutions. Like at Progility, we have something called Hammerhead Power Pro, a pre-configured good practice PMO solution that we can kind of drop in there and build around instead of you having to build it from scratch. That was a shameless plug, obviously. But there are solutions out there in the marketplace like this that are available. So Premium adds a lot of different functionality that the core version does not. So finally, when do I use one versus the other? What are the use cases? For the core version of Planner, think of it as a work management solution. For business users that just need to track and visualize their tasks, stay organized, get it out of an Excel spreadsheet, get it out of their email or their Outlook, get it into an application, and now you have it in a centralized place. You want to visualize that work and get task updates. Again, really easy for business users to understand how to use Planner. Doesn't really require much training at all. It's very intuitive. Also, with Planner at the core, there's no real reporting minus what's there out of the box to look at a calendar view or all your plans in one place. If you want very specific reporting, it's probably not the right solution. But if your business users are willing to live with what's there, it's a great solution. Again, it's free. It comes with Office 365. When do I look at Planner Premium? When I need to do project management in some way. Maybe it's someone in operations or finance or marketing or even IT that wants to better manage their project, but they don't want a really complicated solution to do it. And they need to track that information on their projects and maybe project related in data and content. Planner Premium can support that. Maybe they want to get updates from their team members on their task status so they don't have to make phone calls or sit in status meetings all day. Hey, go in, when I assign it to you, you get an email notification. Just tell me when you're halfway done or fully done and add some commentary to that. It also gives you the ability to forecast. And this is what's great about project management tools. You can visualize where your plan is. You can forecast forward. You say, well, if a task takes me an extra 2 weeks, what's the impact on the rest of the plan? When are we going to finish this project? Are we going to be late? Are we going to be on time? Do I need to make changes? I can start thinking about managing it like a project. Also, if you need to report across your projects, report across the progress and tasks, people, and work, great solution for that. Pairs up very nicely with Power BI. If you desire to kind of turn this into a portfolio approach where you see your projects and project related information, you want to roll that up to more of a portfolio view and start doing kind of level 1 portfolio management, you can do that. And think of this as the paid solution for some of your users, the key users who own the plans, update projects and metadata, but the others, the team members or your executives can come in and look at the data for free. So you have some options here, whether you go with core or premium. Hopefully this gives you a good feeling for which scenario might be a good fit. It might be both. You might have business users in core. You might have people who do formal project management or business project management in Planner Premium. So hopefully this was a useful video. If you need any guidance, you can reach out. Our website is progility.com. You can hit us on our email, info@progility.com. We also have a very active YouTube channel. We're posting videos almost on a bi-weekly basis on topics just like this. And finally, our blog, which has lots of tips and tricks and lots of guidance around how to use these technologies, blog.progility.com. Thanks for joining today.